like Alien vs. Predator.
Down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Oh, I see America's doing well.
Well, not my problem. And that is the last time we discuss this topic.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hat&Shades, where we call, review, and review things we have seen.
Now, as the result of the election have come through, we have our two reviews to tackle. Now, Guantanamo Bay, I'm saving that for a future Pick Your Poison.
Yes, and because of the incident happening in the States...
No one's talking about it.
Well, we've got at least to mention...
No.
Point is that the things that we're about to review might change a little bit, so we're just going to focusing on one movie that we think is fitting for the situation. South Park, the movie, or South Park, Unstinted Encountered.
A movie where political correctness is completely knocked out the window.
Yes. So where we begin?
Okay.
Put it simply, he's got a group of the main characters, which is obviously the kids, Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny, went to see a film called Terrorist Film, the movie.
A rated R movie.
Which is amusing. And they enjoyed it and they thrilled about it. But because they were saying words that's not been common for profanic words...
Because they learned swear words from the movie, repeated it in school and around their parents.
Yeah. And one example is that Kyle's mother went extreme about this and started attacking because of one incident happening when Kenny died from...
Getting a baked potato put in his heart.
Well, by accidentally when Cartman farted in his face with fire because... Or something like...
Reasons.
Well, he didn't fart. What happened? He made it. Cartman told him to put a lighter.
They're trying to reenact the scene from the movie.
To cut a flamethrower and fart with a flamethrower, but haywire, he got in fire and then in hospital, and then he exploded with a potato for a heart.
Sour creams and chives.
Yes, and then George Clooney, voiced the Doctor for a brief role, for this one role, and that's it. And yeah, and he went to hell, and basically, this things went chaotic. Like Cartman's mother went to war against Canada, and the Terrorist Film movie. And
Satan is in love with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, and essentially is the boys, the children, wants to save Terrorist Film for getting executed, and also stop this whole crazy incident thing. What can we tell about the story? What do you describe about the story?
Well, for us, it's refreshing, since if we hate movies that are really safe or really politically correct, then it's right up our alley.
I mean, but it's not completely psychotic and bloodthirsty because they're trying to be, it's just all the man where words are expressed and ideas can be expressed and no one's harmed. The story is quite good, and it's very refreshing of the times we are. Very challenging against political correctness and censorship.
Also teaching parents that, you know what, your kids do fuck up and you need to punish them.
Or better yet, don't judge us, don't hate others if nothing harm happened. Don't start a fire if there's no fire to begin with.
Yeah, because this South Park movie is a musical.
Yeah, speaking of music, what do you think of the music scenario in this film?
Well, in my best advertising tone, I present to you, the audience, South Park the musical. You will enjoy such great hits as Shut Your Fucking Face, Uncle Fucker.
Yeah.
And Kyle's mum is a big fat bitch.
Yes.
And everyone's favourite, What Would Brian Montano Do?
What? The most rap... What? Who?
An ice skater. That was around the time when he's so good at ice skating,
yes.
He gets glorified.
Well, yeah, I mean, the music was funny, it's a bit of a shock for me. When I was said this about during the early 2000s, is it? No, it's late 90s actually.
It's literally 1999.
1999 and early 2000s. I was a bit shocked, like, oh, this is a musical. I didn't expect this. I mean, I thought, so I got the movie. Yeah, it's great, a bit more mature into it. No, it's a... Musical.
Almost like it was made by someone.
Yeah. But the thing is...
I'm going to tell this movie.
Don't you dare. We don't want to... I know this is confidential enough. We don't want to make it suicidal. Okay? The corporate mouse. Anyway, the point is that this musical... And to be honest with you, it's not bad. Musical is fine, and it has its elements, a bit of a cringe to it. I mean, I'm Super, thanks for asking, that song. And I also like Carl's mother is by Cartman. It's very fitting. It also has a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And it is, and the music's not bad. It's quite enjoyable, and I'm to remember about it. Characters. Now, what do we think about the characters? Well,
Stan and Carl are bland, and
well, the person.
in this movie.
Well, the thing is, the point is that most of the average, the kind of the sense people in
they're
the
still
entire
bland.
That's all right. They're fine.
No, they're bland.
To me, they're okay.
They have more character in the
Okay,
show.
put it simply, it's the creators themselves, personal
Yeah,
voices.
and they have more character in the show. End of discussion.
Okay, you like this Cartman, which you probably like later on because there's a scene when he.
No, Cartman's just does character. He wants to swear. He's a typical fat kid who wants to swear and eat chocolate.
And there's a scene when he's basically like, this boy who says saying mean words. I know. I get Professor Erid Idle to put a plant in his brain so he's certain
It's
words.
tasered.
Tasered. And then you like the later on that we got haywire and basically have superpowers like literally cursing powers
Shooting
at
lightning.
power. I mean,
Shooting
you know the
demons.
phrase use I shall curse on you. No, literally doing cursing over there.
No. Cursing there, cursing here, cursing a bit of everywhere.
Because using electrokinesis, which is quite cool, and sunburn on. And okay, what's
Kenny who befriends Satan. And for fans of the show, it's the first time you see him take his hood off.
yes, this is one of those kind of things. Again, that's the thing about this film is it gives surprisement, something to reveal, kind of like a mystery reveal type things, a lot of these type of films. A lot of films they tend to do, they just have things to show it, but films like this does reveal, like a big reveal and all. And it is exceptionally well. The characters, I do like the characters. I like obviously Chef is Chef, with a soul singer, which is an excellent person.
Carl's mom.
Oh gosh, she's whiny. I mean, my gosh, she's whiny. She a good example. She's intentionally doing this though because she's the antagonist of the movie.
She's not really the antagonist.
No, she is. She's the one who started the fire. So
No, the antagonist is Saddam Hussein.
no, that's another protagonist. She's one of the protagonists. Saddam Hussein is one of the protagonists, but it's also Carl's mother who was to start the whole fire. She's the lawful evil of the story, if you will. I mean, obviously, you could just simply.
So you're not going to enjoy the fact that Saddam Hussein is somehow the villain of a movie in a cartoon just bobbing head up and down.
But the point is, they're both. Okay, yeah, but so is Carl's mother. But the point from both of them are protagonists in the film. Okay, what secret we want to take over because Saddam Hussein, well, he's also dating with Satan. With Satan is having problems of not understanding about. You understand.
My boyfriend Saddam Hussein just doesn't appreciate me.
I mean, we just want to talk and just don't feel.
See, even in South Park, you have plots like this.
Yeah. And there are some characters that are like side characters, doesn't that much mentioned. I mean, the other little British step guy who sort of looked on the Renaissance.
He was completely pointless.
From like as Les Miserables, but the Miserables.
I kept thinking he was French.
Yeah, he's actually British, to be honest.
I
But I don't know the characters there. And I like the French guy, the French kid. It's like, put it tough. I hate it. I got to spit on him, and I said the words of him. I have been grounded for 3 days. And it is quite enjoyable. The what I'm going to say about it is that it's reading well. The characters are fun.
Okay, so. Final thoughts?
Now, final thoughts.
Final thoughts overall.
The film itself is well. It is actually well, and it is very fair. It is quite refreshing. I mean, at the time, I do find it a bit cringely annoying, and it is a bit a little over sentimental. I thought at the time it was very sentimental, like one love is so, you know.
Oh, if only we'd seen the movies that were to come.
Yeah, but
plenty more movies to come.
Shut up. Look, I'm trying to be sensible here. I do not mention anything about what goes on outside the film, okay? Like this one thing about the bushy high and orange guy.
No.
But no, wait, okay? You keep mentioning the goat mouth, okay? But okay. The film itself is very well, okay? And I generally think that the situation it's based on is fitting because the people reacting to whether this person and is getting completely out of hand. I mean, to the point where you're literally starting the things that you hate. It's the fears and things. I mean, the people who are against this person.
Stop talking about
I'm
this.
sorry. Stop. Okay. Although the film itself is well.
all in all, it's a movie about how censorship can go awry.
Yes, and this is what we think that, again, challenging against political correctness and censorship is a good thing, because it brings freedom of speech, which is a very important thing in America.
And it's more important nowadays in media. We see a lot of shows getting made, a lot more.
I mean, when you got PewDiePie basically
family
being
friendly.
yelled out and things, then...
No.
The point is that... Okay, I know, not playing politics, okay. Point is that it is, again, a giant point where this film is tacked on. South Park is excellent well, and it really is a refresher at how important just how we need to sensitive let expressions be heard. Otherwise, you end up shutting people off and saying worse things happen.
Because sometimes swear words can save your life.
Yeah, and if no one's harmed and killed and no one's happy, what's the problem? Yeah, and well, anyway, sorry, this is a bit of a rough one, but thank you for watching. You take care.
See you later.
Right, we did, as I mentioned, one guy that